Do you have what it takes to defeat Mark the Beast Labette and his fellow trivia geniuses? Find out tonight on Masterminds. And here's your host, Brooke Burns.
Hello and welcome to Masterminds, a game of trivia, smarts, and strategy. Let's meet our challengers. He's a Halloween fanatic who loves soccer and backpacking with his wife. Please welcome Billy. She's a former attorney that sings in multiple choirs. Give it up for Tony. And he's a paralegal whose sidekick is his corgi, Bucky. From Henderson, Nevada, please welcome to the show, Chris. Welcome, you guys. Are you ready to play?
Yeah, absolutely.
And also face our masterminds? Let's hope so. They're right over here. He's a Yale grad who has tutored kids on every continent. It's Ryan Chafee. She's won big money on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, 500 questions, and went head-to-head with the Beast on The Chase. It's Muffy Morocco. Speaking of Beastie, if you want to know how he got his nickname, just ask the hundreds of contestants he's destroyed on The Chase. It's my buddy, my friend, Beastie. Hello, Masterminds. Beastie, are you ready to take on these challengers?
It's not contestants who call me the Beast, it's restaurateurs.
Fair, I believe. Here's how we play. I'll ask you a series of trivia questions over 3 rounds of escalating difficulty. At the end of the game, the highest scoring challenger will face the highest scoring mastermind in the ultimate trivia showdown for $10,000. If a challenger wins, they will come back to compete again. And if a challenger wins 2 times, then they will be crowned a mastermind and potentially take the place of one of our masterminds on this stage. Ryan, you want to see that happen, right?
No, and it's good that Billy's into Halloween and scary experiences because you're about to have one.
I welcome it.
Well said. In round 1, there are 7 subjects, each with a corresponding question. All challengers and masterminds will play. Correct answers are worth 100 points. Good luck. And the first subject is geography. Because Tennessee paid to construct the highway running through it, what national park has no entrance fee? Great Smoky Mountains, Acadia, or Shenandoah? The correct answer is Great Smoky Mountains. Challengers, how'd we do? All right, Chris, for 100 points. Well done. Masterminds, what did you say? Well done. 100 points across the board.
The road pre-existed the park, so once it was designated a park, Tennessee was like, please don't start charging people because it was a major thoroughfare.
Thank you, Tennessee, and thank you, Muffy. The next subject is celebrities. In 2022, Brad Pitt said that he suffers from a condition called prosopagnosia, which is the inability to recognize what? Smells, faces, or colors? Thank you. The correct answer is faces. How'd we do, challengers? All right, 100 points across the board. Well done. Masterminds, 100 points across the board for you as well. You knew this one, Beastie? Don't you wish we all had this excuse at one point or another in our lives when you're in that moment, like...
But there's the opposite, super face recognisers, and several police forces in Europe are experimenting with that. They find people who've got that ability, and rather than set up controversial surveillance cameras, they just have these men and women just circulating around going, I recognise that.
Whoa. I feel like you could do that. You could probably take that
I
job.
haven't got that skill.
No? Well, you memorize other things. The next subject is history. A volcanic eruption 2,000 years ago in Alaska may have contributed to the decline of what? The Aztec Empire, Viking settlements, or Roman Republic? Everyone's locked. The correct answer is the Roman Republic. All right, challengers, how about this one? Oh, no points on this one. Okay, let's see about our masterminds. How'd we do? 100 points across the board.
I went purely on the time. The Roman Republic sort of pretty much ended after the assassination of Julius Caesar in 44 BC. Vikings were much later, as were the Aztecs.
Thank you. The next subject is typing. Who created the fonts Geneva, Chicago, and London, among others? Andy Warhol, Annie Leibovitz, or Steve Jobs? And the correct answer is Steve Jobs. Challengers. Oh, all right, well done. Chris, 100 points for you. Tony and Billy are shaking their head, having a little struggle over there. Masterminds, how about you? Oh, well done, Ryan. 100 points for you. Educate us.
I read the Walter Isaacson book about Steve Jobs, and it talks about when he was at Reed College, he was really into a calligraphy class, so he's a real font wonk.
Interesting. One more thing that he's good at.
Yeah, what can't he do?
Thank you, Ryan. The next subject is authors. Because he was nearly blind, James Joyce wrote much of Finnegan's Wake using what unusual implements? Crayon and cardboard, luminescent paint, or wax and stylus? Everyone's locked. The correct answer is crayon and cardboard. Did we know this one, challengers?
Yeah.
Oh man, okay, no points across the board. Masterminds, look at these smiles. Easy, Muffy. No? Okay. A dazed and confused smile. Ryan, once again, with 100 points.
Yeah, James Joyce wore this like white coat while he was writing, and it reflected the light and illuminated the crayon, and so he could see what he was writing.
Thank you for that. The next subject is time. According to scientific estimates, how many hours were in an Earth day after the moon first formed? 6, 13, or 20? All right, the correct answer is 6. Contestants. Oh man, this has been a rough go of it for a minute here. All right, masterminds. Ryan! This is the Ryan Chafee Show tonight.
I was a different solar system at that time, and the Earth has been slowing down and formed tidal lock with the moon, and now we have the 24-hour day, as well as the moon in the same period, because you always see the one side of the moon at all times.
Thank you, Ryan. The last subject is corporations. What brand owns the domain name fruit.com? Chiquita, Fruit of the Loom, or Apple? All right, the correct answer is Fruit of the Loom. Come on, challengers. Yeah, that's what I need to see. Some green over there. Billy and Tony, 100 points apiece. Well done. Masterminds. Oh, all right. Beastie for 100 points.
Hang on. I got the fashion question right.
Underwear fashion, but yes.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for round one. We've got Chris in the lead with 300 points over here. Well done. And Ryan in the lead with 600 points for our masterminds. When we return, the points get higher and the questions get more difficult as we get closer to determining who will play for $10,000. More masterminds after this. Welcome back to Masterminds. In this round, the first challenger and first mastermind to buzz in will get the chance to answer and build their score. There are 5 subjects, and correct answers are now worth 200 points. But wrong answers will also cost you 200 points. At the end of this round, the challenger and the mastermind with the lowest scores will be eliminated. Let's play. The first subject is composers. Gustav Holst famously wrote a 7-part musical suite about what scientific group? Muffy and Billy are the first to buzz in. All right, Billy, what's your answer?
The planets.
Planets. Muffy, what did you say?
The planets.
The planets as well. For 200 points is the correct answer. The planets? Absolutely. Well done, Billy. 200 points added to your score. And 200 for you as well, Muffy.
It dates from the early 20th century, and there are, there's a Mercury piece, there's a Jupiter piece. It's probably one you've heard that it's sort of boom, 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 very sort of bombastic.
It must sound out of this world. The next subject is sweets. You can visit what Vermont ice cream company's flavor graveyard featuring discontinued flavors like Holy Cannoli? Muffy and Chris are the first to buzz in. All right. Chris, what's your answer?
Ben & Jerry.
Ben & Jerry's. Muffy?
Ben & Jerry's.
Ben & Jerry's. The correct answer for 200 points is indeed Ben & Jerry's. 200 points added to your score. Well done, Chris. And 200 for you as well, Muffy. Are you a Ben & Jerry's fan?
I am. I still weep for Rainforest Crunch.
Oh, that's in the graveyard? You need a minute? Got you. The next subject is travel. Iga province is the birthplace of the black-clad Japanese assassins known as what? Muffy and Billy. Wow, Muffy's on fire over there with that hand. All right, Billy, what's your answer?
Ninjas.
Ninjas. Muffy, what's your answer?
Ninjas.
Ninjas as well. For 200 points is the correct answer. Ninjas. Yes, it is. Well done, Billy. 200 points added to your score. And Muffy, again, 200 points added to yours. The next subject is collegiate sports. In 2022, what two California universities were accepted as the newest members of the Big Ten Conference? Billy and Muffy are the first to buzz in. All right, Billy.
USC and UCLA.
USC and UCLA. Muffy?
I also said USC and UCLA.
All right, for 200 points, are they correct? Oh yeah, UCLA and USC. 200 points added to your score. Billy, you're on a roll over there. Muffy, you as well. 200 points added to your score. I thought you weren't a football fan.
Well, I
You
know
read the news.
colleges. Most of the Big Ten schools are actually on the East Coast, so it's going to be a bit of a challenge for them to travel to games.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Muffy. All right, it's time for the final question of this round. This question is worth 400 points. This will determine who will be moving on to the next round. Here is your final subject. The subject is movies. The feature film The Many Saints of Newark was a prequel to what HBO crime drama? Beastie and Chris are the first to buzz in. Chris, what's your answer?
The Sopranos.
The Sopranos. Beastie, what did you say?
Blind guess, Boardwalk Empire.
Boardwalk Empire. The correct answer for 400 points is Chris. Well done, The Sopranos. That's 400 points added to your score, which means that you and Billy will be moving on to the next round. Tony, thank you so much for being here. And for our masterminds, Beastie, I'm so sorry. We have to take 400 points off your score. That means that Muffy and Ryan will be moving on to the next round.
Good game.
When we come back, it's Challenger versus Challenger and Mastermind versus Mastermind to determine who will compete in the ultimate trivia showdown for $10,000. More Masterminds right after this. Welcome back to Masterminds. It all comes down to this. Which challenger will face the top mastermind for $10,000? We're about to find out. But first, let's get to know them better. Billy, as a Halloween fanatic, what Halloween costume are you most known for?
Probably the best one I'm known for is the one that my body is most suited for, which is Jack Skellington. As you'll see, I'm very tall and thin, and being bald right now also helps the skeleton look, so I would say that's the one. I bought a new suit recently for it. I got new gloves with like skeleton fingers.
Nice. I'm a big fan of Halloween as well.
Yeah. In my household, the Halloween season starts July 5th.
Okay.
And then I got the 12-foot skeleton and everything, of course.
love it.
And he needs some friends. I need to get him some friends.
Welcome to the show and good luck. Chris, tell me about your sidekick.
Okay, well, his name is Bucky, short for Buckingham. He's a corgi. I got that name because I was watching episodes of The Crown and I fell in love with the corgis.
Aww. And this is your first corgi?
My first corgi and will not be my last.
Aw, so sweet. All right, well, welcome to the show. Good luck to you both, gentlemen. In this round, first the challengers and then the masterminds will face off in a timed trivia battle. The first question will be worth 500 points, and each question that follows will be worth an additional 100 points. It's anyone's game. Challengers, are you ready?
Ready?
Yes.
Great, let's go ahead and put 60 seconds on the clock. Your time will begin when I finish reading the first question. Good luck. 500 points, the commercial jingle and slogan for what cereal refers to it as magically delicious? Chris.
Lucky Charms.
Correct. 600 points. Using the standard touch typing method on a QWERTY keyboard, which hand typically is used to type the letter V? Billy.
Right.
No. Chris?
Left.
Correct. 700 points. Before famously refusing to give up her bus seat, who worked as an investigator for the NAACP in the 1940s? Billy.
Rosa Parks.
Correct. 800 points. In the Ray Bradbury book, The Illustrated Man, what is the title character used to tell stories and see the future? Billy.
His tattoos.
Correct. 900 points. Research shows that IQ levels rise in areas where people eat salt that has what element added to it? Chris.
Iodine.
Correct. 1,000 points. Trimmed appliques are placed on a surface and covered in lacquer in what French named art form, meaning to cut out? Chris.
Paper mache.
No. Billy?
Don't know.
Decoupage. 1,100 points. In 1999, what became Canada's third and northernmost territory? Chris.
The Yukon.
No. Billy?
Labrador.
Nunavut. Oh, so close. All right, well done, Chris. You just won $1,000. Sorry about that, Billy. We'll see you next time. It was wonderful to have you here. Now, Chris, we just have to determine which mastermind you will be facing. All right, guys, you're up.
Yeah, I'm gonna win this one for Bucky the Corgi.
I like that. All right, same rules apply. 60 seconds on the clock. Your time will begin when I finish reading the first question. Here we go. 500 points. In 193 AD, what empire was auctioned off by the Praetorian Guards to a wealthy senator? Ryan.
The Roman Empire.
Correct. 600 points. How many laps around the 2.5-mile track are needed to complete the Indianapolis 500? Ryan.
200.
Correct. 700 points. Chinese villagers used dinosaur bones in traditional medicine, believing they were from what mythical monsters? Ryan.
Dragons.
Correct. 800 points. Nicknamed the ocean's hot dog, what food item was introduced by the Gorton Company in the 50s? Muffy.
Fish stick?
Correct. 900 points. In the early 1800s, author Washington Irving gave New York City what one-word nickname? Muffy.
Knickerbocker?
No, Ryan.
Gotham.
Correct. 1,000 points. As children mature, which of their primary teeth are typically the last to fall out? Muffy.
Molars?
Correct. 1,100 points. What humorous awards honor those who accidentally remove themselves from the human genome? Ryan.
Darwin Awards.
Correct. 1,200 points. George Knightley is the eventual husband of what Jane Austen character? Muffy.
Emma.
Correct. 1,300 points. What is the nickname of the Federal National Mortgage Association? Ryan.
Fannie Mae.
Correct. 1,400 points. Before President Eisenhower changed it, what November holiday was originally known as Armistice Day? I tried to get it out for you. Veterans Day. Woo! Well done. Smoke coming off of both of you over here. Ryan, you won this round. Congratulations. Muffy, we'll see you next time.
That was for Bucky.
That's right. That means that Chris and Ryan will be going head-to-head in our ultimate trivia showdown. Can Chris win $10,000 and take one step closer to becoming a mastermind? Find out when we come back. Welcome back to Masterminds. Chris has won $1,000 and will now face Ryan Chafee in the ultimate trivia showdown for $10,000. Here's how we play. I'll read 4 questions to Chris and Ryan, and they will each write down their answers. Once the players have locked in their responses, I'll reveal the correct answers. If Chris gets the higher score, then he will win $10,000. And that's what we're looking for, right, Chris?
Absolutely, yes.
Absolutely. Let's begin. Here's your first question. Nicknamed the Grand Canyon of the Pacific, Waimea Canyon is located on what Hawaiian island? Chris, you answered with?
Oahu.
Oahu. Ryan, what did you answer with?
Said Maui.
Maui. The correct answer is Kauai.
Wow.
All right, score remains 0-0. Here's your second question. In the Old Testament, Ruth remains with and cares for her mother-in-law, known as whom? All right, Chris, what did you say?
I said Esther.
Esther. Ryan, how about you?
I said Deborah.
Deborah. The correct answer is Naomi. All right, tough questions here. Score remains 0-0. Here's your third question. In 1930, what company cooperative was established in South Hanson, Massachusetts by 3 fruit growers? Chris, what's your answer?
I said Dole.
Dole. Ryan
I also said Dole.
also said Dole. The correct answer is Ocean Spray.
Oh, the cranberries.
Curses to the cranberries. Okay, listen, the score is still 0-0. Chris, you've got a chance. If you answer the next question correctly and Ryan misses it, you'll be going home with $10,000. Fingers crossed. Good luck, sir. And here is your final question. Yale's secret society, Skull and Bones, was sued for the return of the skull and bones of what famous Apache chief? Chris.
I said Squanto.
Squanto. Ryan.
I said Geronimo.
Geronimo. For $10,000, the correct answer is... Oh, Geronimo! Right down to the wire there. Still, Chris, you won $1,000. You played a great game. Thanks for coming on the show. Ryan, nice work. Join us next time to see who can outsmart the best players in the world right here on Masterminds.